بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Inshallah, today we are going to talk about the science of devil. The main problem now we're facing is the devil. And since the devil is connected with us, we always have many opinions about it, about the devil. For example, if you bring this subject to any argument, you sit down with anybody, every single one of us, he will have an opinion. Some of them will say, oh, the devil, he doesn't exist. Some of them say, yeah, he exists as a demon. Some they say, I don't believe in that. Some they say, maybe the devil is something, but we don't really know what is it. So there's many opinions. And if we always have many opinions, this means we're going to have many arguments. Inshallah, in this lecture, we're going to speak science. We always want to focus on science. We always to focus on the Quran al-Kareem. We always want to focus on things are proven. We don't want just to keep talking and there's no answers. Who is the devil exactly? Allah Azza wa Jal, like we know, He created all the souls. The devil is a soul. He is like us. For example, how do you define yourself? Now you're sitting in front of this camera or in front of your TV, and then you have someone inside you. This thing inside you is speaking to your mind, and sometimes you hear different opinions. We don't necessarily have to hear a voice from outside. For example, when we say the devil is whispering, some people say, what's the proof of he is whispering about? What exactly he is whispering about? And most of those whispers are from the devil, are from within your interest. For example, he's not gonna come to you whispering about something you don't really care about. This is how we will start knowing that there is something from the outside is trying to affect us. This is how we know there is something from outside is trying to control us, control the people we love, control our kids, and so on. Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created the devil, he was not a devil. He was not someone bad. He was not someone who was intended. Allah Azza wa Jal created him to hurt us. What do I mean by that? For example, when you raise your kid, when you have a kid and you start raising a kid, suddenly he become a man, suddenly he become a general, for example in an army, suddenly he becomes someone called Hitler. Does God, when He created him, He intended Hitler to be a Hitler? Or for example, if there's a different history, then Hitler might be like a Mahatma Gandhi. He might be like a Mahatma Gandhi. When He created Hitler, his intent as a human being like us, to learn, to go to school, later to join the army, to fight for the country, to fight for freedom, and then later on to become someone who can help the humanity. Vice in different area, he didn't do all that. So can we blame God back? Can we say, God, why He created him? No. Since we were created in alam ad-dunya, this place we live in now, this place is intended for test. Allah Azza wa Jal is testing us. So what do I mean by that? This is where many people they have misconception. I'm trying to at the beginning to speak a little bit about the philosophy of the devil, and after that, inshallah, I will start giving facts and about the creation, why is he inside our life, and so on, and what exactly he is going to do and what he is doing. From the first part, why Allah Azza wa Jal created him, He created him for a reason, and this reason is not just for worship. Allah Azza wa Jal, when He speaks in the Quran, He said, I created the man and the jinn, all the spirits, everyone is for the worship. Worship has a definition we always miss. For example, like the human emotions. Human emotion we always miss. We always intend to take them to a different meaning. What do I mean by that? For example, a worship is not someone he's like a slave. For example, if you bring an atheist, you tell him, what do you mean by worship? He will start making fun of you. You say, I'm free, I don't worship anybody. You are a slave for your God. I'm not slave for nobody. And this is how he will bring the attention from the many teenagers around him. So he will be proud. He will have this pride inside him, and then this one will take him to deny that there is a God or so on. Exactly same thing what happened with the devil. The devil, he was named previously as the first story from the narration of Ahlul Bayt Salamullah alayhim, he was just a little kid where he was raised by jinn, because he's from jinn. What do I mean by jinn? Yani spirits that in English we call them spirit, but in Arabic we call them jinn. The difference between spirits and jinn is the spirits is our spirits, that when we die, our nafs, when we die, we go to a place called Alamul Barzakh. When we die, there's a hereafter. This place is guarded by Allah Azza wa Jal and the angels. Nobody can exit that. This is the difference between us and other religions. They will say the jinn, whatever we have in the house, we call them spirits. They might be for dead people. They might be for so on. You see many times on TV saying this is a haunted house, and this haunted house full of spirits who died before here, and they're still there. No, Allah Azza wa Jal, He has, and He have Allah. What do I mean by that? When someone dies, Allah Azza wa Jal will take his spirit, and they put him in a different place. He cannot exit that place with no permission, and he cannot harm no one anymore, because the test for him is ended. So the jinn over here, I'm trying to define it for people to understand what is it. The jinn here is a different creatures. Do they live in different frequency, not different dimension. It's different. Dimension is a place where we live all together now. The frequency is inside the dimension. Yani, for example, if you open a radio, I gave this example before. You put it in 91.1. There's a someone speaking. You put 91.2. Let's say there's a different one speaking. Different people speaking on this frequency, right? So we all like this. We are all like this. We are very close in frequencies, and the spirits are in a frequency, in a different frequency, who all live in the same dimension. Like Allah Azza wa Jal, when He sent angels, this is the difference between us who believe in Imam Mahdi, our Adam, the first story. I will connect it with Imam Mahdi. Why we have Imam Mahdi? Why the previous Adams, they don't have Imam Mahdi? Our Adam, when Allah Azza wa Jal, He start testing him. What do I mean by Adam? Someone is representing us. Someone who is like us. Someone Allah Azza wa Jal, He's creating him from our image. Yani, when someone say, why Adam did that? Actually, we all did that. Every one of us is Adam. Why? Because we are fathers and mother and so on. Every one of us is an Adam for someone else. But this is as a human gender, like us. They have the same shape, the same intelligence. Previous people who inhabit earth, this is only, by the way, in a school of thought of Ahlul Bayt, the family prophets only. Other Muslims, they don't believe that someone inhabited earth before us. Ahlul Bayt, they say there's 1 million Adam before us, yani 1 million different gender. Each one, they had their own test. Some of those Adams, they had high emotions. They're very smart. Some of them, they're very, their heart is very weak. Their brain is they're much more. So previously, someone asked me, if you're claiming that, so how did they fail in their test? It is the same reason how the devil failed in his test. The devil, he didn't have a devil who is whispering for him, right? The devil, when he was in heaven, nobody whispered for him to go against the will of Allah. So the nafs alone with no help is more worse than a help with a devil at the same time. You see, I'll show you where is the help will come. All the Adams, when Allah Azza wa Jal gave them their test, all the Adam, 1 million Adam before us, in the same place where our Adam was next to the tree, He gave them a test. What is this test is? He said, do not eat from this tree, because this tree is presenting the one who I created from my light, which is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, do not eat from this tree, and this tree is presenting the prophets, because Rasulullah was under this place, and then the tree is, let's say it has apple, let's say it has grapes, whatever it is. I don't care about the fruit. I care about what's inside the fruit. It's the one of the lights of the prophets. So when Adam alayhi salam, our father, came into that place, he doesn't want to eat from this tree, but the devil, he came in to Adam exactly the same way he came into the 1 million Adam before. It wasn't something old for the devil. He always keep whispering for all Adams to go take from this tree. All the previous Adam, they refused to eat from this tree. They said, no, God said we cannot eat from this tree. Immediately when they refused the devil, Allah Azza wa Jal still sent them to earth. Don't think if you pass this test or you fail it, you're going to the earth. So they live on earth here, and they made a civilization. They had a lot of sciences over here. Many sciences still exist till this moment, but it's always hidden. There's someone is hiding those sciences, and they're using it against us. This is important. This side is important. With our Adam, when he came into this heaven, small heaven, Allah Azza wa Jal, He's testing him now. But with this Adam, the difference is he really fell in love with those two lights, because in the Holy Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned that when the devil approached Adam, what did he tell him? He said, Allah Azza wa Jal, He denied you from eating from this tree because He doesn't want you to be like those two kings, or He doesn't want you to be from the people who live forever. This is in the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned that in the Quran. What exactly this mean? This mean something very important, that Adam, he really fell in love with those two kings, and he wanted to be with them. Who is those two kings? Are Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ali alayhi salam. That's very important. Our different ulama said, in shuf the English, the difference between Arabic translation, that Arabic has a lot of meaning in every word. And the Quran said malakain, two, and they can translate that to two angels. But two angels, they don't make any sense, because why Adam he want to eat something to be downgraded? Why he should be eat something to be upgraded? And since the angels they bowed for him, why he want to do something as bowing for him back? So this is the difference. Yeah, they're not angels, they're two kings. So because he fell in love with them, he wanted to be next to them, because they're so close to Allah. We have something called now ambitions, right? This is the ambitions that they always want to be something better, always something better. This is like our Adam. So all the people who were presented by this Adam, what do I mean by that? Allah Azza wa Jal, He looked at all our lights, all of us, and He saw that many people are looking like this Adam. If Allah Azza wa Jal, He put us in this test, we will do exactly like Adam did. All our women will do exactly like Eve did. All our men will exactly do like Adam did. And then they were represented by our father Adam, and then they all came inside his dhurriya, as kids and grandkids and so on. So Allah Azza wa Jal, He sent them to earth. When he was sent to earth, there's this devil that he always was outside the heaven, that he doesn't want to bow for someone Allah Azza wa Jal created it. You see, for example, when we go to Imam's graves, the other school of thought, they say, oh, you're going to visit someone dead, someone who doesn't have any life inside him. We can say the same thing, that when we go to Hajj, the Kaaba is made from stone. Let's say someone who is worshipping a cow, he will start laughing at us in India. He will say those Muslims are turning around stones, right? He can make fun of us, right? But in reality, those stones are presenting something very holy, and this one is, which is the sacred geometry. Why Allah Azza wa Jal created the Kaaba as Kaaba? Those shapes are important. You see, Allah Azza wa Jal, He's trying to teach us all this. So the devil over here, that Allah Azza wa Jal, at the very beginning of time, He created it. He is not one person. This is very important. Devil is a representation. Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned two names of the devil in the Quran. We need to know this. This is important. The first one is Iblis, and the second name is Shaitan. There's a separation. All the ayat that the verses that spoke about Iblis, they were only speaking about Iblis in a form he's refusing the order of Allah Azza wa Jal to bow. All the ayat that's speaking about the Shaitan, or most of them, are someone who existing on earth, or someone is doing something in heaven, or someone is always refusing the order of Allah. Yeah, but I'm saying, since we are the kids of Adam, we are exactly like him. So the Shaitan are the son of Iblis, and Iblis is like the father. He is the father of the shayateen. He is the best one of them. Like our Adam is the best one of us. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal, He chose him to represent us. Allah Azza wa Jal chose Iblis, and then to represent all the shayateen. Where the shaitans come from? the shaitans, the devil, the evil, where did it come from? Allah Azza wa Jal, He doesn't create something bad. He does not create something bad. All what He creates is haqq. Yeah, okay, how we can understand this? The only way we can understand this is the way we know how we were created. How Allah Azza wa Jal created us. Allah Azza wa Jal created us the same way that He's mentioning Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam in the Quran. Ibrahim, he said, إِذْ نَادَى لِلنَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ. He was asking people for Hajj pilgrimage. And then, since we know now, after many lectures, we know that the prophets are representation of Rasulullah. They're images from Rasulullah. So who is the real Ibrahim? The real Ibrahim is who? Is Muhammad, Ahmad. Like, Allah Azza wa Jalla, when He created Rasulullah, He was this light. Let's imagine this light. And from this light, Allah Azza wa Jalla created 5 lights. Or 4 lights. He created the 4 lights. He created Al-Hasan, Al-Hussein, Al-Sayyid Al-Zahra, and Imam Amir al-Mu'minin, Imam Ali Salamullah. He created those ones. And those ones exist in Hadith al-Kisa and exist in Surah Yasin. We will be able to show you all the ayat in the Quran that say وَآيَةٌ لَهُمْ وَآيَةٌ لَهُمْ وَآيَةٌ لَهُمْ is Allah Azza wa Jal speaking to. First one is Rasulullah, second one Imam Hassan, the third one Imam Hussein, Imam Ali, Sayyid al-Zahra. In Surah Yasin, you'll be able to see it, because Surah Yasin and Surah Taha are the only 2 surahs that will be able to read after we die. All the Quran will be away because it's not important anymore, since Al-Baqarah is for Alam al-Dunya, Maryam is for Alam al-Dunya, all the ayat for Alam al-Dunya, except for what? For Taha and Yasin. We will stay reading them in Yawm al-Qiyamah, after Yawm al-Qiyamah in heaven. But how do we read them? We read them based on their physics. This is very important. We need to always think, not always in a straight forward way. There's always a concept of nisbiyah. What nisbiyah in English is? Nisbiyah is probabilities, in a form of probabilities. It is always probable. Allah Azza wa Jal, He's teaching us always probabilities. Time is probable. Or relativity. No, احتمالية, probability. Relativity is nisbiyah. Everything in the Quran is relative. Everything. All the ayat is relative. Nothing is 100% connected to its meaning. Because why? If it's connected 100% to its meaning, it will expire later on. It has to always be moving by time. For example, in the Quran we say وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. We know the story for Imam Ali and Sayyidah Zahra, but the Quran said وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ. It's something that keep happening, always keep happening. Yani Ahl al-Bayt salamullah alayhim, Imam Ali and Sayyidah Zahra, they're still giving more and more and more. They're still giving more and more طعام. What's طعام? In a form of hasanat, in the form of عطايا, يعني good things for us, good guidance or so on. Right. And this will present what is the guidance and the good things that I gave to Adam alayhi salam. Right. We go back to the creation. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he was named Ahmad. He was a light. We cannot see him in a form. That's why I always say we need to know Ahl al-Bayt, not in a form of shape. And when we say what is Imam Mahdi looking like, many people they start getting very romantic. He has a beautiful eyes, he has a beautiful so on, and his beard is amazing, and he has a very scented oil or whatever it is. Why? Because we're so attached to materialistic world. But we really need to know them in a form of light. How do we know them in a form of light? Same thing like Rasulullah. We imagine him as light, form of light. As he went to Allah Azza wa Jal, created for him the concept of void. The void is a creation. What do I mean by void? The non-existence form of light. The zero is a void. Zero is beyond void. Like over void, there's void. Void is under zero. Void is where nothing exists. Nothing is a creation by itself. Why? Because we know it does exist. Did you understand this point? And it's a little bit shaky, but since I said, let me tell you something. If I think about something, so I make this thing it's under edges, right? And I'll be able to catch it, right? since I can think by my materialistic brain about something, I can catch it, right? I'll be able to catch it because I thought about it. Let's say Allah Azza wa Jal, can you think about Him? No, we cannot think about Him. In Islam, there's no shape, no form. Nobody know what is it, who is it, Allah. Nobody can imagine. He's not force, He's not energy. So we cannot catch who is. When I say there's something called void, and this void doesn't have anything in it, so it is something definable. There's an explanation for it, right? When I say if you put something here and this something doesn't have anything, then it does exist. What is the form of the existence of the non-existence? Is zero, right? Can you tell me zero has something in it? No, there's nothing in zero time. Why zero exists if there's nothing in it? Yeah, not just that, it's separating between the minus word and the plus word. Can zero exist now? Can we make, like, for example, something that make zero exist? Let's say in mechanics, if I push my hands like this, now I put like 100 pound this way, 100 pound this way, can my hand move? This is zero. You see, I cannot move it. There's minus infinity this way and this plus infinity this way. I put them together, what's happening? Nothing. Even though how much I put force, too much, right? This is the void, this is the zero. We can see the zero, and we cannot see it physically, but we can see that does exist. That's what I mean. So Allah Azza wa Jal created the void for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam by mechanics. It's something does exist. You see, don't be convinced by anyone telling you that Allah Azza wa Jal created the world. You ask him how He created the world. He said, "Oh, this is God's business. It's not our business. The religion does not work this way. Everything Allah Azza wa Jal created, He put Allah for it, and it does exist, and we'll be able to simulate that." Okay, so Allah Azza wa Jal, He created the void, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was not created from the void. He was created from the Nurullah Azza wa Jal, in the form of Hidayah, Hadi, in the form of Hidayah. So Rasulullah, he went to the void from the outside, and he asked us to come to life. Try to remember this point. You'll be able to remember it one day. Because we were so happy, we were so excited, we came to life, we will be able to remember that. Do I have proof from the Quran? Yes. When Musa alayhi salam and Harun, they went to Pharaoh, they asked him, what did he say, Allah Azza wa Jal? Go make him remember. Remember what? Remember this, when you said Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, right? Anbiya are able to make you remember. If you remember the void, we came in from void. We'll be able to remember that when it's open, there was a big light, and then we immediately were attracted to this light. When we were attracted to this light, immediately we signed a contract. It's like a contract. We're saying we will worship Allah Azza wa Jal. We will be close to Rasulullah. We will close to you. We will never say anything bad. We'll so and so. That's why, for example, when you sit down with some people, they say, why I created? I didn't tell Allah Azza wa Jal to create me. I don't accept to be in this alam al-dunya. Actually, you accepted to be here. You accepted to be here. We are the one who asked Allah Azza wa Jal to exist. If we die, we see it all. We say, oh my God, we were in alam al-dunya and we didn't do anything good. Why we didn't remember? Because when we came in here, Allah Azza wa Jal, He's given us He made us forget everything. Why? Because He wants us to remember. He wants us to connect our brain to the main consciousness. You see? And the shaitan, the devil, is making this hard for us to remember. So when Musa alayhi salam and Harun went to Pharaoh, he didn't tell him, go make him Muslim. You see? What did he say? Go make him remember. If you read the Quran well, he didn't say go make him Muslim or go make him believer. No, he said at least make him remember. When he remember, immediately a person, he will not fight anymore for alam al-dunya, because he existed for the love of God. So this is how we came into life. Iblis, all the shaitans and all the souls and all the jinn and the people who live in planet X and people who live in planet that we don't really know what is it, and the people who look like in different form, and the people who has long arms and whatever you can imagine, all the creatures. There's 18,000 creatures in the universe that Imams talked about. All of those people, including us humans, including us. By the way, we are aliens too. Yeah, I sometimes I start laughing at some people saying, "Oh, some aliens, they might attack us." We are aliens too. We live in a space. We are aliens, and we make people scared too from different planets. And we are scary to them, even by shape. If they see us, they will be scared, because their physics are different than our physics. So all those creatures, all of them, including all the devils, were in this place. Like, when we exit alam, this place, the void, when we exited that, when we start going and given the ahad, when we said labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, inna alhamda lak alhamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. When we said this, the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at the very beginning of time, we gave him the ahad. طيب هلا when people go to Hajj, they start giving, when they turn about the Kaaba, saying, "Oh, I gave you the ahad, and I came into Hajj and I performed pilgrimage." Actually, this is one of the meaning of it, but in reality, the real pilgrimage is given the bay'ah for Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt in Alam al-Dunya. Is fighting for God in Alam al-Dunya. This is the main reason why we are here. This is the main pilgrimage. So I laugh at people, same thing, when they say, "Oh, when you go visit Imam Hussein, you consider, oh Shia, that you're changing the pilgrimage." Actually, visiting Ahlul Bayt is a part of the pilgrimage too. Is a part of this. Allah Azza wa Jal will not accept you visiting the stones only. He will accept you when you visit Ahlul Bayt. He made you visit the Bayt, the house of God, and now He make you visit the Ahl, the parents of this house. You see, the only way Allah Azza wa Jal accept your pilgrimage is when you connect them both together. He doesn't want you to just to go visit the stones. This is all related to shaitan. All of it related to shaitan. Why? Because shaitan is trying to make us forget all this world, this universe we lived on before. But so when we were exiting the void, we got many things from the void. Our souls at the void, they start taking bad things from the void. Type, what does the void what does the void have? The void have darkness, right? Does does void have light? Can void give you light? What darkness? Type. So we get darkness from void. We get lies from void. We get everything that Allah Azza wa Jal does not want you to have. So we came in to Alam al-Zar or Alam al-Arwah, the very first Alam, where we start knowing ourselves more, but we got some quality of the void with us. Allah Azza wa Jal, He want to clear us, cleanse us. Why? Because He want us to live clean, and become like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a form of nur, because we take from his nur and then we raise ourselves from inside. Over here, the devil start taking shape. Over here, at this point, the devil start taking shape. The most creature who attached to darkness, the most one who does want to come to existence, but the darkness still inside them, those one are start taking the shape of the devils. But when Allah Azza wa Jal said, even though you people, I will create a brain for you. He gave us a brain. He gave us this tool to take the devil away. I'm talking about the devil here in a form of morality. There's nothing called devil yet at that moment. Morality, moral things. Right. At that moment, Allah Azza wa Jal start shaping us. What the shape, in what form? In the form of light. So over here, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from that tree, He sent a light. You see, like a هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا. And He will start broadcasting light from this tree. Any person who took this light inside him, if it passed through him, it will start creating a form of light inside him, exactly like the shape of. If you see the sun, you bring a glass, you put them together. What do you have? You have a different light, right? You have 7 or 8 light. This is how the colorful rainbows come to life, because there's a reflection from glass or reflection from water. That's why we have rainbow. Each one of us has a rainbow inside him. This rainbow continue ilm, science, continue love of Allah Azza wa Jal, continue love of Ahlul Bayt, and so on. Do you have questions so far? Is it boring so far or good? Good? You have any questions? No? Okay, so when all this creation at Alam al-Arwah is happening, now Allah Azza wa Jal, it's taken us to Alam al-Dhar. At Alam al-Dhar, many people, they went with our Adam. Many people, they went with the previous Adam. Many people, they're wanting to Adam that live in different universe or different galaxy or so on, because each one of those people has qualities, and Allah Azza wa Jal is gathering all of us in place where we can excel in our qualities, and this is from Rahmah. This is from Rahmah. So at that moment, the Iblis is taking a higher form, a very very high form. This form is when you connect all Iblis together, and then there's all the arwah or the anfus over here. Let's imagine this one between the two light, between Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ali. Remember this when I told you there's something shape like a shape of what? Or the shape of eye. Remember when you put the two circles together from the sacred geometry? If you search for sacred geometry, there's two balls connected together, and this is Muhammad and Ali over here. And between them, there was a creation over there. This creation is when you exit Alam al-Arwah. When you exit it, it's over there, and it's full of water. Over here, Allah Azza wa Jal, He want to take all those the people who our souls are rejecting light of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and He put them in this place. So what happened over there? They became like a force that convincing the light between Muhammad and Ali to revolt against Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is where the devil start taking shape. Okay, at this moment, at the exact moment, what happened? This creation start asking the devil to stop making this, and start asking Allah Azza wa Jal for guidance. At this same moment, Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, I did not ask you for this. You could go with the devil, but since you went good with me against the devil, what did He do? He ordered Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to give this thing what? A power to exist, which is here Imam Ali came in to light. Remember when we spoke about the Hut? The Hut is the whale, and then there's a Nur came from inside Rasulullah, which is Batin Ali, right? Ali as a light, and then he went inside the place, and this place came in as Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayhi. So in one of dua ziyarat al-ahad, ziyara, yani when we do ziyara for Sayyidah Zahra, one of the ziyarat saying Assalamu alayki ya mumtahana, imtahanak Allah qabla an yakhlukak, yani Allah Azza wa Jal, He tested you before He created you. If we ask ulama, how did He do? Allah, He can do anything. Why you want to ask me? Go ask Allah. But Allah Azza wa Jal, when He sent this dua to us to read, He want us to think how Allah Azza wa Jal created. He made a test for someone before the creation of it. This is where I have a specific lecture for that. I wanted to go hear it. So this is where Allah Azza wa Jal, He took that and He created Sayyidah Zahra. So over there, Sayyidah Zahra, she came to life. She came to the form of Sayyidah Zahra after the devil attacked. Allah Azza wa Jal, He's showing us the same picture from Alam Malakut on earth. Is the devil presented now? Yes, it does. There's many people who represent the devil, the shayateen. One of them is the people who attacked the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when they wanted to go inside the house of Amir al-Mu'minin, and they want to take the bay'ah for the first Khalifa. What did happen exactly? The Umar, the second Khalifa, he was outside. He stood outside next to the door, and what did he say? He said, from inside the house, one of the voice said, Fatima is inside this house. How you want to break in the house inside? How you want to go inside the house? Exactly what happened in the first Alam. The devil was there and he wanted to go inside. He wanted to revolt against this creation, to shake it, right? When you shake this creation, you can revolt against Allah Azza wa Jal. But this creation didn't accept. Same thing, Sayyidah Zahra, we see her life now doing the same thing again and again. So she stood next to the door, and she didn't allow this shaitan, this presenting of shaitan, to go inside the house. And she did exactly like what she did in Alam al-Awwal. Exactly. You see, this is the representation on earth. So over here, the shaitan is taking shape, a human shape. Sometimes the shaitan take a different shape that come from the void. For example, when Allah Azza wa Jal tell us, don't do so and so, and we do it anyway. Let's say don't charge people high interest. There's nothing called interest in Islam, and you see all the banks now is doing this interest. When we say don't commit adultery, with many people are committing adultery. Don't cheat, don't lie, don't do so and so, and we're all doing those bad things, and we're now feeling proud about them. We're feeling proud that we have the best houses that cost $2 million, and those $2 million is a robbery from a bank or robbery from credit card or so on. You see, we're so proud now. We're making all this. Okay, so what's exactly happening now? Why, when we do this, Allah Azza wa Jal is making us connect with Alam Shaitan, is making us connect with this realm. This our universe, our frequency, and the frequency of the devil is same thing. But let me tell you something. The difference between us and the devil's frequency is that the devils are made from hellfire. Hellfire mean no, not hellfire. They're made from fire. Fire has a specific frequency, and it's a high frequency because fire is energy, right? We are made from clay, and clay is low energy. For example, if you see someone, he's always having peace with himself. He doesn't get angry very fast or so on. He is the best description for the clay. Clay always should be what? Preservative inside it. Like it doesn't get angry very fast. It's shapeable. It can go in any shape. Reverse the fire. Fire, you cannot shape it, right? If you throw fire, it will burn everything. But the clay, when you start working with it, you can shape it as a cup. You can shape it as a ball. It's a shapeable. Us, we should be shapeable. Whatever Allah Azza wa Jal He wanna put inside, we should change the shape immediately. How does the shape change? He put little water. Water for us in Alam al-Dunya is the bala. The bala is the water over here. Why? Look at all the countries. All the countries. For example, now what's happening in Yemen. All the people inside Yemen before the invasion of the Saudis, before the killing of those, like the devil, the presentation of the devils. The Yemenis didn't care. They will say, we want to live life. They didn't care so much about religion and so on. But when the attack started, now they're united against that devil. They want to fight the devil. No one inside, they're saying we want to live. Now they want to live and they want to live proud that they're defending their country, defending the ladies, defending their kids, right? So always we shape by the bala. If Allah Azza wa Jal didn't send bala to Yemen, people will not go with Allah Azza wa Jal. If He didn't send bala to Lebanon from Israel, people will leave religion. Nobody care about religion anymore. If we have no bala, we will love life. Let's say, for example, let's say if I stay now, for example, I'm working, alhamdulillah, I'm taking a big check. Let's say first month, second month, third month, fourth month. At the beginning, I will be, I'll give this poor and so on. Later, you will hear it from people saying, you'll see someone poor and walking down the street, and you have money with your pocket. Say, oh, let him go work. Why he doesn't go work? I have money. I worked hard for my money. If you work, you go get money. But sometimes things happen in life. You cannot work anymore, even though you have a good shape. You have didn't happen to you. You're fully good. You're fully great, and there is no work. No one's calling you to come to work. You applied many times and no one has answered. How do you want to eat? So you need help. So this is the bala that start shaping you. You see, so if Allah Azza wa Jal, He always give you money, always give you everything you want to ask for, you will never remember Him anymore. You see, this is where the Iblis come inside the bala. He come from this place. He will say, you should lose hope. If you go with me, I will not allow this bala to come to you. Your God allowed the bala. In reality, He doesn't have anything to do with bala. He cannot make it preventable or unpreventable. He cannot make you not take the bala, the devil. He will tell you, I will help you to do it. I have science. I'll be able to heal whoever you want me to heal. I will make you bring money. He will able to do that at the beginning. But later on, when you start getting used to it, He will start making you begging Him to go with Him always. Why? Because He doesn't want you to go to Allah Azza wa Jal. Now after you lose your way, He will leave you alone. The devil. This is his message. He wants you to go away from from the heaven. He wants you always to come to him. So the representation of devil is this, is anything that bring you away from Allah Azza wa Jal is a devil. For example, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned the virus or the bacteria that is under our nails. One of the riwayat said, do not bite your nails. Even us, we always bite our nails. Do not bite the nail or what's under the nails, because what's under the nails is the house of the devils. He said this in one of the riwayat. It's what's funny now, ulama, for example, from the other school of thought, especially the Wahhabis, they will say, literally the devil lives over here. Literally he live under your nails. He literally lived there. And this is very not accepted. Why? The Rasulullah, he meant that there is a bacteria in. So what's bacteria? The definition in religion is a devil. Devil means something is bad for you to eat. Something, if you eat it, it will cause you diseases. See? So the diseases over here is devils in the definition of Allah Azza wa Jal. So anything harming you is a devil. Can we say that Allah Azza wa Jal created the bacteria, then those creation are bad for us? Can we say that? No. By definition, bacteria, they live as a different quantity. They live in peace between each other. They have their own kids, they have their own families, let's say, in different meaning. But they're not bad as their existence. But when they start harming us, they're bad for us. And since Allah Azza wa Jal is focusing on us only, we become what? We become affected by them. So we become bad. So let's say you live in a forest, and in this forest there's a lot of ants in a forest. So you go bring like big piff puff, and then you start killing them all. Why you're killing them? Allah Azza wa Jal is not allow you to kill them, because they're not attacking you, right? Why you wanna attack their lives? Why you wanna attack their living? But in their existence, they're living good. They're doing their work. They're doing what Allah Azza wa Jal ordered them. But for us, if they start attacking us, there will be like evil devil. Can you understand the concept of regular devil and the concept of a devil that he want to take you to hellfire? So anything that attack human beings, since Allah Azza wa Jal, He made us His representation on earth. And I need to focus a moment on this one. What do I mean by presentation? I don't mean that we are representing Allah Azza wa Jal on earth. No, there's only the Imams represent Allah Azza wa Jal on earth. What we're doing here, we're trying to prove that we'll be able to clean ourselves from the devil. Now the devil, what he's making exactly, he's always spreading fear. The only thing that make people live, fear. Let's say, for example, let me give you this example. We live in the United States. No one is attacking the United States. No one. To make people follow you as a politician, you need to create an enemy. So let's go back. In 1990, the first George Bush, he created Al-Qaeda. He created them. He gave them money. They start fighting United States, and he came in here and said, we need to fight those people. Those people, they want to harm us. And where they live in the end of the world, in Afghanistan. And we live in the United States, and they cannot come here. So after that, Clinton came in. The Al-Qaeda became Taliban. And then they created something else. And we created a more fear here in the United States. You see, you always need to this fear to control people. After that, the George Bush, the son, he came in and said, Iraqis, they have the mass destruction weapon, which is they invaded Iraq. We invaded Iraq. We killed, as Americans, how many millions of people? How many people now they live with no husbands, with no wives, with no kids, and so on? Millions and millions. And then there's no weapon of mass destruction. Nobody found anything. But now Barack Obama came in. He created something else, ISIS. And then suddenly, when after 8 years he's leaving now, there's something else that cannot be here. Always there's fear. This is how the devil controls us, by fear. So some people on earth, they learn this from the devil. They want to fear. Now the biggest fear beyond the government is something called Illuminatis, or something called the Masons, the Freemasons, or something called the Masonic stuff. All those spices they put inside together. Let me tell you something. The Masons when they were created at the very beginning, they were like regular party that asking for the rights of the people, the masons. You know whose masons are? Masons who build houses. Masons who people who build houses. What we call them in Arabic, banna. Banna is someone who build house, a regular house. In Britain or in some European country, they were asking for rights, for their rights, because nobody give them right. So they made a party for them. You know, like all together, we make a union, and then so anybody want to fire us, we'll start suing him and so on to take their rights. At that moment, at the period, they went private 20 years. Nobody know what exactly happened in this 20 years, and then suddenly they came in very powerful, very very powerful. Can we connect this with the science of devil? Yes. In ilm Ahl al-Bayt, in the science of Ahl al-Bayt, the real banna, the real mason that Allah Azza wa Jal, He built the universe from His light is who? Who knows? Is Imam Ali salamullah alayhi. The real banna is Imam Ali. How did we know? We know it from the pi. Pi equal to 3.14. The pi is what make the circle in existence. It's what make the circle exist. 3.14. 3.14, if you flip it in Arabic, because those English numbers are Arabic in original, it will be Ali. If you flip it in a verse, pi. If you flip it this way, it will be Ain, Lam, and then Alif Ma'sura, Ali. 3.14. So the devil over here, he took those people, he did something to them. He gave them specific science, he gave them a specific wealth to control the world. Like Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran, let's go in parallel, because you know the story. They came in and they start publishing, they start buying politicians. Suddenly they become very powerful. They have now temples, they control the world. This is what you hear. They control the world. They have only 5 families that they have $5 trillion, more than any government, and they control all the universe. By the way, if you open YouTube, you'll see one of those people who control the world. Someone, he went inside his house and he was cutting grass. And he stood cutting grass, and the other person is cussing him. This person, he has $5 trillion, and he didn't do anything to them. It's unbelievable. You cannot believe this thing exists. Why? Because you need always, let's think about the financial. I'm taking long, right? Just fine, inshallah, 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes, all finish. What's happening in this? Because this is important area. This is important area. The devil always, he promote something for fear. For same thing, like our government here created ISIS and so on, for you to always fear. Same thing over. Those people are capable of doing something. For example, if someone come to them, you say you cannot do anything, they go kill him. Now you go to Detroit, you pay someone $100 and he go kill for you, right? It's easy to do that. But can you change the universe? Can you attack a country? No. If they can, why they didn't attack Iran? Why they didn't attack Lebanon? Why they're not attacking Syria? If they're so capable of doing many things, why they're not controlling the internet? Why they're not controlling Google? Why, even though some people, they come up to you and say the Masons made Google. No, they didn't make Google. There were two people here in the University of Michigan. They had this idea about a server, and then one of the rich people gave them money and they made Google. Later, maybe Masons came into line, who knows? But those people, we give them the power because we're so afraid of them. Can you move something? Can they move something with you're not accepting? No, they cannot do anything because you're not accepting. How can you? If I come to you and say, I'll give you $1 million, give me your voice. Can you give me your voice if you don't want to give it? No. But because people are greedy, because people are following the devil, those people are become powerful. But in reality, they're not powerful. There's something very important from Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran said, in Surah An-Nisa, He said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alladhina amanu yuqatiluna fi sabilillah. People who believe in Allah Azza wa Jalla, they will fight for Him. And people who believe, and وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, people who does not believe in Allah, يُقَاتِلُونَ أَوْلِيَاءَ الشَّيْطَانِ. And after that, you see, this is the difference between Allah. Allah is always one. The people with Allah is always one. الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ الطَّاغُوتِ, يعني in the sake of the Taghut, in the sake of the devil, are awliya. Look how many wali. And there's many awliya for the Taghut. Many followers for them, for the Iblis. And then the most important part at the end, what did he say? He say فقاتلوا أولياء الشيطان إن كيد الشيطان كان ضعيفا. See, this is will translate to you that the Masons are weak because they're made from the shaitan. إن كيد الشيطان كان ضعيفا at the very end. So are they powerful? Yes, if you want to make them powerful in a form of accepting anything they tell you. But nobody control all the money. At the end of the day, let's imagine this is a piece of gold. If I don't care about it, what's gonna make you make with me? Nothing. Because we're greedy, we attract all these things. Inshallah, we should make in a next lecture talking about Masih ad-Dajjal, the fake Messiah, because it will be a good subject for Imam Mahdi, yani for the appearance of Imam Mahdi. Since we're speaking about the devil, this way we can speak more about the Masons and so on. Inshallah, I delivered the meaning of the science of the devil in the meaning of the creation. Inshallah, we'll go more deeper in the future. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صلوا على محمد وعلى